Eamon Khan here for Seconds Out with Eddie Hearn. Eddie, we've just seen a back and forth between Sonny Edwards and Galal Yafai. It was a good little press conference to sell the fight. Who for you stands to be the favourite in the fight, though?
Good question. I think probably Sonny with his experience, and the big event experience. I think Galal is an outstanding talent, but until you step up, you never really know. This is going to be the fight that's going to tell us everything that we need to know about Galal Yafai. Very tough fight, a brilliant fight. I think one of the best fights in British boxing. And I'm so pleased we got it made because I think it's the kind of fight we should be making, and it'll be a huge event November 30th in Birmingham.
Cool little moment where you had the Udin fans sort of going at Sonny Edwards and sort of like making a little bit between the two of them. Is that what you want to see from a prospect and their fans?
When you open an event up to the public, we had a nice turnout tonight, and get them involved. Do you know what I mean? And Sonny, amongst the madness of Sonny Edwards, he's very articulate and he's actually very knowledgeable about the game. So, always good to have him on the shows, always value at press conferences, and a very determined man going into this fight.
I just heard you there say on a previous interview about the Sandy Ryan situation where she got attacked with a can of paint before her fight, which could have been anything there. What's the latest with the situation in terms of finding out the perpetrators of that attack?
The NYPD are onto it. We've received all the CCTV footage. There was a car parked outside her hotel that waited for her to come out. A man got out and attacked her and then ran back into the car and drove off. There's CCTV everywhere. Wasn't the brightest individuals that chose to do this. There was also posters put up all around New York, calling her all sorts before the fight as well. There's a very select group of people that could be responsible for something like this, and we'll get to the bottom of it. I believe she should be installed. I can't believe she fought, to be honest with you. I think it was a mistake actually fighting, to be honest, because emotionally, how can you even go into a fight like that? I think there should be an immediate rematch. I think she should be installed as the mandatory with the WBO. And obviously, we want to get to the bottom of it, and I believe we will.
As it just settles on AJ versus Bois, I spoke to Duke McKenzie, MBE, and he said that he felt that Anthony Joshua's punch resistance has gone, just a reaction to that.
I mean, look, everyone's entitled to their opinion. I think if his punch resistance had gone, he wouldn't have got up from the first knockdown. I mean, it was a huge right hand that would have put most heavyweights to sleep. Daniel Dubois is a huge puncher and hit Joshua with the kitchen sink for 3 rounds and couldn't put him away. Unfortunately, as he got back in the fight, he walked onto a monster while he was trading and he couldn't get up from that one. So I don't believe that. We see, I know sparring, but, no problems with his chin. Don't think there ever has been. But when you're in with big punchers, you can get hurt. And you've seen many great heavyweights get hurt. Look at Tyson Fury. Usyk's not even a puncher. Tyson Fury was out on his feet, getting battered around the ring. It's just heavyweight boxing. This is just what happens. So, very confident. And now the big decision will be if we take the rematch or not.
In the fallout as well, Ben Davidson's getting a lot of criticism. How much, if the bad word, but fault is to be attributed to both AJ and Ben?
Yeah, but it's boxing as well. 1 minute you're a hero, you're the greatest coach in the world, and then all of a sudden it's your fault. Like when you set up an uppercut, you don't throw the uppercut with your left hand by your hip, and you do it off a jab. I mean, this was just AJ on instinct, buzz Dubois and try and close the show. And he threw an uppercut, from a technique perspective, all wrong, and walked onto a right hand. So, at that moment, when you start to find your way back into the fight, you have to roll the dice. Like, all this stuff, he shouldn't have rolled the dice. He doesn't have much left in the tank at that point. So when he sees an opening, of course he's going to go for it. But listen, maybe you should have broke him down 7, 8, 9 rounds. But it's very difficult to actually, when you're in the moment and you see an opportunity, you've got to take it.
Talking about Galal Yafai here, but his coach is Robert McCracken, former coach of Anthony Joshua. But the hardcore boxing fans always kind of say he was best with Robert McCracken. Do you feel he's ever been as good as he was with Robert?
Yeah, I do. I think at the moment, he was showing great form going into that fight. Rob McCracken is one of the best trainers in the world, and they had a great relationship. But AJ felt that he needed to evolve more as a fighter. I think that he's added a huge amount to his game since then, but Rob was a brilliant part of his career, and there was a great amount of trust there as well. So Rob was an incredible asset to AJ.
Very lastly, Ed, I saw the picture with Conor Benn, Turkey Al Sheikh. Any developments with his licence as of yet?
Yeah, that'll be announced in October, as we go into October the 1st today, so it won't be long. And then we'll have an official date when he'll be ready to return in the UK. So that's the focus now, and it's going to be straight into the biggest fight possible.
Cheers.